Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Mary Felling, physical therapist, and today I'm going to be showing you a nice technique to help release the pectoral muscles in the front of the chest, left side and right side. Very common for pectoral muscles to be part of neck pain and stiffness, yes, and it contributes also to some shoulder pain and stiffness. We are doing the myofascial approach, so we will be working the fascia through the pecs, across to the front of the shoulders, and I think immediately you will feel some differences when you're done. We'll talk about that in the technique. I'm going to show you two different techniques. One is lying on a foam roll, so if you have a foam roll, you might want to pause and go grab that. And the other technique we're going to do against a wall. So really all you need is your arm and the wall. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate the foam roll technique first. So you've got a foam roll. I'm up on top of a massage table just for purposes for this video, but you can put the foam roll on the floor or on a bed, middle of the bed. The softness of the bed will not affect the effectiveness of the technique. So if you have a foam roll, this is what it looks like. You're going to get on top. You're going to make sure that you're pretty close to the end of the foam roll. Feet are apart, so you got some good support under your base. Slowly come back down. Make sure your spine's along it. I'm going to come a little bit further towards my feet. And then in this position, elbows are bent, and you just bring your arms out to the side. This is a nice way to get two pectoral releases at the same time. And you just go up until you feel the pull across the front of your chest. You can try it with your arms straight. With your arm bent, though, really does focus it to the pec. Those of you who are really super tight, this is probably the desired technique. If you don't have a foam roll at home, you can put 2 or 3 pillows on top of each other, and you'll get the same effect. As you lie down, it pushes your body up away from the surface you're lying on so that your arms drape back. Allow your shoulder blades in the back to kind of meld around and mold over that foam roll that you're on. And then you would start your 5 minutes in this position. I'm going to stand up though, because the position I want to show you is in the standing with the wall. All I'm going to do is go up to the wall. I'm facing the wall. My elbow is bent to 90 degrees. So elbow and shoulder the same height. I walk close as I can. And then I'm turning my body away from the wall until I feel a pull across the front of the chest. And there it is. So I've got my arm up. I'm going back a little bit. I could start from here and come out, but I am so tight. I know I can just be here and pull away and turn to the right a little bit, and I've got this nice pull through my pec. The other thing you want to do is just gently lift your chest up a little bit, and that will really help to give an elongation through the entire one side of your chest. We're starting that clock. It's 5 minutes. As you know, John Barnes myofascial release techniques are 5 minutes minimum. And we do a minimum of 5 minutes because that's how long it takes to get this piezoelectric effect elicited in the body. What's the piezoelectric effect? It's a bioelectric flow, and it's really important to help the fascia to self-correct. So through our lifetime, we do a lot of things that cause injury to the fascia in our bodies. Our fascia is like a big 3-dimensional cobweb. It runs from the bottom of our feet, top of the head, side to side, and back to front. So this cobweb is made from one single piece of material, just like my grandmother could knit a scarf or a sweater from one skein of yarn. It's the same with the fascia in our body. It's all connected. Even though it's all through our system, it surrounds, it supports, and it infuses everything, not just the muscles. Myofascial means, myo means muscle, so we're working on the fascia and the muscles right now. But it also surrounds and infuses and supports our organs, nerves, blood vessels, our brain, spinal cord, everything, all structures in our body. Bones have fascia around it and through it supporting. Well, fascia through our lifetime gets injured, and it gets injured from things like overuse, repetitive use, poor postures through our lifetime, stress, traumas. You know, if you did something at the gym and your shoulder was injured. By the way, you cannot do this if you've had a dislocated shoulder. That'll be in the description below too. But as we go through different things that injure fascia, it causes the fascia to bind down and get glued down and dehydrates. Well, that can put up to 2,000 pounds of force per square inch in whatever area it's in. So any fascia, because it's pain sensitive, and all these structures are pain sensitive, when it's injured and bound down and tight and dehydrated, creates pain, but also creates a loss of the mobility and flexibility in that area. You know how we're often standing round-shouldered, and then we go, someone says, stand up straight. Well, if you're in your 40s and 50s, even in the 30s, this has become so tight by doing this for so many decades. Trying to stand up is no match for the tensile force that the fascia has adapted to in this position. So doing these myofascial release techniques also helps not only flexibility, but it helps your posture. All right, so what science has found out is that we need a minimum of 3 to 5 minutes of a mechanical energy in the body to start that electrical flow. And that electrical flow comes to that area of the fascial restriction, softens and elongates it. And so you might feel what's called a myofascial release. And release feels like, oh, there's less pain now. It feels softer. I think I just felt my body elongate. I think my arm just elongated. And just a reminder, make sure you're holding your chest up. Just ounces. Just make sure that's up a little bit. It'll help create that nice elongation through the myofascial components in the front of your chest or on the side you're working on. If you're finding that here we are at a little after 3 minutes, that it's very hard for you to hold up your arm or you're too sore just from holding up the arm, then lying down on the floor on the foam roll or a couple of pillows is probably where you should start. So you can still get a good, nice release through there without making it painful, without making it difficult and straining your shoulders to keep your arm up. So I was saying a fascial release feels like elongation or softening, taffy melting or elongating. It might feel like warmth in the area, or you might feel, gee, since I've been here, not only do I feel the pull kind of through my arm, the top of my chest, but I also feel this, maybe it's going up your neck, might be going up the back of your head. And it's very true that these areas where the fascial restrictions through the chest and the front of the shoulder happen through the years, it can create tug and tension through the rest of the fascial band, through the neck, causing pain there and up into your head. So if you feel that while you're in this position, it just means this has been part of your neck pain or your headaches have been part of a myofascial problem here in your chest. All right, so we've just gotten over the 5-minute mark. So very slowly, I'm going to come forward. Ooh, that's a lot. And it felt like I was really elongating there. The most important piece in this technique is chest up. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I encourage you and invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll see all kinds of wonderful myofascial techniques for any part of your body. I'm always uploading new videos, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to know when those next videos come up, and you can continue taking care of yourself and living that pain-free lifestyle that you deserve. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.